everyone, and welcome to Social Networks and Internet Safety. I'm Miss Medford, your teacher, and today we're just going to be looking at some of the tools, or one of the tools we'll be using in our classroom, as well as some general internet safety tips that we're going to be using. So first up, this presentation will be your guide. We're going to overlook our go-to tool, which is going to be a blogging website. We're going to do an overlook of the advantages of blogging, as well as some additional resources to help you succeed. And then finally, we're going to wrap up with some internet safety tips. So how will we use blogs in the classroom? So EDU Blogs is a very user-friendly blogging system that I've found. It's going to allow students to take on historical perspectives and engage in debates and connect past events to modern issues with authentic writing and peer interaction. And right here is going to be the logo for it, so make sure you're on the right website. Oops. So why EDU blogs? So these were designed specifically with schools in mind. They offer the teachers to manage students' account easily, which allows for a safe and controlled environment for students. And like I said earlier, it's very beginner friendly, very easy to use and access. And it's not just a random blog site, it's built for education. So in social studies, the way we're going to use blogs is to encourage historical analysis. I'm going to allow students to interpret events on their own and explain cause and effect relationships. I'm also going to allow them to do some perspective taking and allow them to put themselves into the viewpoints of historical figures or groups. It's also going to help us support some argumentative writing. They're going to be able to defend those viewpoints that they have using evidence that we find. And then we're also going to have them connect past to present. They're going to reflect on how historical events relate to modern issues, which is super important for historical understanding. So I am going to give you guys all of the steps on how to do this. I even included the teacher steps in case you want to create your own, maybe with your friends or within your family if you guys want to start a blog together. So the first step is to create your teacher account or the primary account, and then you'll create your class blog, add your students or your peers or your friends, and then you can assign blog posts, and then students, you guys will get to use comments for discussion and to make your post. And then whoever the teacher or the moderator is will be able to moderate what is posted as well as give feedback. So, all super exciting and intriguing. So step 1, to create your teacher account, you'll go to the EDU Blogs website, click Create a Blog, and sign up as a teacher. And then the next step is going to be to set up your main class blog. This is going to be what I'm going to call my hub. And then you'll name it something. For example, if you're in my U.S. History class, I'll be calling it U.S. History with Miss Medford. And this is where you're going to post everything: announcements, prompts, and instructions, as well as grading rubrics if it applies. So step 3 and 4 is when you get to add students and then assign the actual blog post. So as a teacher, you can create accounts for them, or I will give them a class code. I will be able to control who can post, who can comment, and the privacy settings, which is super important for schools. So I'll get to be able to make sure everyone's posting exactly what they need to, and not posting what they don't need to. And then to assign blog posts, I can post the blog, and then they'll be able to post claims and respond to each other in comments. Students, your job is to write arguments, use evidence, and respond to peers. And we'll do a little bit of practice of this in the classroom. Steps 5 and 6 are going to be where the discussion comes in. So students, you're going to be using the comments to give your feedback on each other's post, ask questions, or debate their points of view. So just remember to be respectful and do your best. And then step 6 is my job. I'll be able to approve posts and comments and make sure everything is school appropriate and respectful. And I'll also be able to leave feedback directly on their blog, so help them guide themselves in the right direction and just oversee their thinking process. And then here are just some additional resources to help you or your child succeed. So these are just some troubleshooting tips if you run into any issues. Check out one of these 6 resources, and I'm sure it will help you. If not, feel free to contact me and I will help you with what I can. So I know the internet is a scary place, but it does offer incredible opportunities for learning and connection, but it does come with the risks. So parents, you guys are going to play a key role in helping your children build safe and responsible online habits. I will also be helping, but just help your child remember to be safe online. So my 2 primary concerns are cyberbullying and screen addiction. So according to Hinduya and Pachin in 2007, 2008, and 2013, cyberbullying is related to other issues in the real world, including social problems, antisocial behavior, substance use, and delinquency. So just being nice online, being kind to another, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all, is going to go really far in my classroom. I also want to point out 26.5% of American teenagers aged 13 to 17 were victims of cyberbullying in 2023. And this is a 23.2% increase from 2 years prior. And then the other side of this is going to be screen addiction, something that we all struggle with in this age. So we're going to use technology appropriately and not addictively. So more than 1 in 10 adolescents, about 11%, showed signs of problematic social media behavior, struggling to control their use and experiencing negative consequences. Girls especially reported higher levels of problematic social media use. And also about 1 in 4 teenagers with 4 hours or more of daily screen time have experienced anxiety or depression symptoms in the past 2 weeks. So we're going to do our best to keep cyberbullying to a minimum or non-existent, hopefully. And we're also going to do our best to not become addicted to our screens. And so we'll have a good balance of technology as well as paper, pencil. And then if you're needing a little more reassurance on keeping your students safe, I've provided 2 very good websites for parents to check out, or students even. So we have the Department of Human Services as well as the FBI offering their guidance for parents and how to keep your students safe. All right, well, thank you, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.